with the best savings. And now at Nissan's year-end event, you can get both in our award-winning lineup. No brand has earned more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards for cars and trucks than Nissan in 2018. Get Black Friday savings before they're gone.
Save up to $14,221 on Titan, or save up to $47.50 on the 2018 Rogue.
But hurry, Black Friday savings ends soon.
Here's a story that won't go away. People are still talking about this today. Do you agree with the Skins' decision to sign Reuben Foster? Go to WUSA9.com/vote or the WUSA9 app and vote there. Today, Redskins Senior VP of Player Personnel went on the Doc Walker Show today. Listen to what Super Bowl hero Doug Williams says when asked if they expected the criticism for getting Reuben Foster.
We knew there was going to be, some backlash, and we understand that, and rightfully so, because, it ain't something that I got 6 daughters, so it ain't something I would condone. But at the same time, I think we are in a business of at least looking into. I can say here, and I won't name a bunch of teams and coaches who took on players that got a lot of baggage and nobody say anything about. But, you can't get in nick and pick what they do and what you do. You got to look at it from your standpoint. We're going to get the kid some help as long as he's here. And, when you talk about bad decision, I think, a lot of us can look at our household. We might have a kid that make bad decisions sometimes. So it ain't just in the National Football League. It's all the way across the country when you look at some of the things that have happened. It just so happened because, a young man does play football. His visibility is so high because cameras, radio, social media, everything is involved in it. But, things happens every day. And like I say, it's not something we're going to condone. But at the same time, we got to look at it from the standpoint. I'm sure that, if the young man had been in line to get a job at McDonald's or somewhere else, nobody would be talking about it. But it is a National Football League that get a lot of visibility.
Did you expect the volume of attention that this has garnered, or did you expect it?
Oh, yeah. We knew that was going to happen. I mean, and like I say, rightfully so with all the stuff that is going on in this country. We got people who are in high places that has done far worse if you look at it realistically, and they still up there. So at the same, this is small potatoes to a lot of things out there. But at the same time, it's a big issue in America today, whether or not it's in football, whether or not it's in everyday life, whether or not it's in politics.
Okay, we'll see. We'll keep watching. Last night, we had a good discussion between our sports anchor, Frank Hanrahan, and Dawn Dalton. She's with the D.C. Coalition Against Domestic Violence. Take a look at what they had to say.
And it's just to me personally, it's a bad look to say, oh, well, we got to get to the bottom of this. Well, San Francisco, it didn't take them long to get to the bottom of it. They said, we've had enough.
Yeah.
So the fact that he can play football, he's a good athlete, that's what gives him yet another chance, and that's troubling.
All right, we'll come back to that. Dawn, what's been the reaction in your world?
So I work for the D.C. Coalition Against Domestic Violence, which is a membership organization of the domestic violence direct service organizations here in D.C. And we are just as astonished by the D.C.'s football team to make this decision to bring on Reuben Foster. What we know about domestic violence is it doesn't quickly end in an abusive relationship, and the fact that this person has been charged twice now with domestic violence assault charges, there's a real problem here that needs to be addressed.
And therein lies the problem. I think what the Redskins don't get, they never mention the victim. They never mention due diligence. I mean, what they've been able to come up with their own investigation. It's just about the player and how he can help the team, and maybe that he needs another chance. And others have done similar things. Not much, if anything, about the victim and what they've done to look into what really happened down there. We're going to continue to follow this story. You still got time to vote in our poll. Do you agree with Washington's decision to sign Reuben Foster? We're going to go to break and come back with the results right after this.
CBS, the home of Super Bowl 53. Inside the celeb wedding of the year.